it's Leela, the proud Poly Kinky Queer Slut. Today's question is, why do you talk about sex so much? um, I talk about sex so much because I think it's a place where we need real change. And in my life, I am passionate about this. In our world, I think there are many things that need change. There are many areas that have opportunity for improvement. And if we each focus in on the things that we are passionate about, we can help create that change together collectively. Um, so, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the harm I see that I'm trying to counter by being so public about sex. So, first thing is that the doctors, the psychologists, the literature, the information out there, putting aside the Holy Bible, agrees that sex is healthy. It is good for you. Healthy sex lives help you live longer. They better brain chemistry, better physical chemistry. You know, our bodies want touch. We want touch. We want sex. We are living in a society where that has been artificially repressed through political and religious movements that have sought to control people, and really through this notion of ownership of another person. And especially as a woman, I come from a heritage of people whose sexuality has been owned and controlled by first their fathers and then their husbands, and where expression of your own body has been something that has not been in the power of the owner of the body. I find that in itself inherently harmful, and I find that in itself repugnant. But also, I think that there is a cascading effect of denial of sexuality, denial of touch, denial of that kind of intimate connection, because the physiology of sex, like, we are a species that enjoys sex. We're one of the few species that truly enjoys sex, and not just for reproduction, not only during periods when we're fertile. And evidence is that there is a huge social component to sex, meaning that left alone as a species without a lot of these other constructs around us, we would likely be having a lot more sex for more reasons than just procreation. You know, bonding, really forming that close community and sense of family. Since I have opened my sex life, I have found that for sure. It definitely has helped me with more emotional stability, with more of a sense of safety, more of a sense of connection. But each of us is individual, of course, but that's been my personal experience. Um, Also, there is a sense of pride that comes from being sexually open that is a counterpoint to the sense of shame that one feels when one's body is telling one to be a sexual creature and when society is telling one that that is shameful and wrong. That dissonance, I think, is responsible for a lot of mental illness out there. Frankly, I think it's responsible for a lot of teen suicide. I think that especially for teenagers, they're in a period where their body is telling them to be an adult, go out and explore, like raging hormones and all of those things. And we take those people and we tell them that they are not to express their sexuality until they are older, until they have, you know, a, you know, acceptable relationships. I'm not saying that we should be like kicking our teenagers out the door to go have sex with strangers, but I do think that we need to be open and understanding that they are going through something that is sexual in nature as they evolve. And certainly as a parent, my options are limited, but I would like to see a world where there is more of an understanding of healthy sexual development without shame. And barring that, I think the best that we can do is set a good example and be vocal about how all of this is okay. It's all okay. Because that counters the harm, that counters the shame spirals, the loneliness, the depression that comes from trying to lock that up. And even if a person is choosing not to go out and have a lot of sex and choosing to be monogamous or choosing to be celibate, or plenty of people out there are asexual, and that is absolutely okay too, and needs to be encouraged to be what it is and exist how it is. I talk a lot about sex because I think our society has not talked enough about sex for hundreds of years, thousands of years. We have been shut up about this, and we need to not be. And so, yeah, I overcompensate a bit because I think it's important to get the message out there that this is okay. It's all okay. Whatever you want to do with your body is your choice, and that is okay. And there is no shame, no judgment attached to it. Um, you know, the counterpoint here that comes up all the time is, but what about assault? What about rape? And the thing is, like, I really strongly believe that if we had more open communication about sexuality in general, we would see those things go down. I really think that we would see less assault, we would see less violence. Um, Equating rape to sex is like equating a slap across the face to a handshake. It's like equating being knocked down and pummeled to a handshake. I mean, assault is assault in whatever form it comes in. Assault is wrong. Sexuality is beautiful. Assault is wrong. Whether that assault is being beaten, being hung, being raped, assault is wrong. But sexuality is beautiful. And what makes rape such an abhorrent crime is that it is twisting such a beautiful aspect of human existence. And that we unfortunately have a history of shaming the victims, and in assault too, but especially with sexual assault, we shame the victims, and that further exacerbates this condition where people's sexuality is viewed as the problem, as opposed to the control over another human and the assault. Um, so yeah, I speak about this because I think voices about this need to be heard, and because it is a topic about which I am passionate. And I really, really hope to continue to be part of this community of people where we all talk about what we're passionate about and together move collectively forward and bring society collectively forward into a more tolerant, open area of healing, of true healing from our collective social traumas. Um, I'm Leela, the proud Poly Kinky Queer Slut. Thank you very much for listening. And remember, you can ask me anything. Have a great day.